Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oxford Podcast, presented by Boot Crew Media and sponsored by Maker's Mark. I'm your host, Cruz Oxenrider. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful and lovely mothers out there. Joined by the co-host, Nick Perkins, and the intern, Bon Snow. And, of course, Wyatt is behind the scenes as always. Boys, happy Mother's Day and happy Sunday, our new recording day.
And the new recording day, the one that we're going to stick to this time, right, guys? But happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. It's we wouldn't be here without our moms. I'm a huge mama's boy. I don't know about you guys, but
moms are the best. Like mom's legit. If you disagree, then well, I'm sorry. But yeah, so we're happy to be here, and I'm taking my mom out to a nice Mother's Day dinner later tonight. So just so you guys know, Mondays are the new episodes. We're excited for that. Going to be a little more consistent now. And then come football season, we'll be doing 2 episodes a week. One going over the week action and one previewing it. So we're really excited about that. Boys, NBA playoffs in full effect. We're going to go over best sports moms. And we have to go over our weirdest superstitions in sports. But we got to start with NBA playoffs. Heat, Sixers, 2-1. Embiid's back. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of nervous, me being the Heat guy right now. I will say this, though, is that Danny Green shot out of his mind the other night, and I don't expect him to keep that up because this is not 2014. And I expect the Heat to kind of bounce back a little bit, but this keeps getting me a little bit more nervous for the Milwaukee series.
I'm glad. The Heat's dangerous, man. The Heat are still dangerous, though.
I know it's dangerous, but dude, Giannis is unstoppable.
I'm glad that you acknowledge the fact
he's the best. Yeah. He's the best player in the league right now. There's no doubt about it.
It's terrifying because it's just even if we play our best game as a team, it still might not be enough, and that's terrifying to me. Because Boston's playing well, but Giannis is just that good. And it's just
we don't have Middleton either.
Exactly. So
that's the thing. Is Middleton's not even playing right now.
And Middleton averages he is the Celtics killer. He averages 33 points a game against the Celtics and 22 against the rest of the league.
Is he expected to come back anytime soon?
They're not evaluating him again until next week.
Okay. What was his injury again? I don't know.
Sprained his MCL or something.
Gotcha. Okay, it's pretty serious actually. Yeah, you don't
want something he'll come back for, or he'll be back for by the finals.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be back for the finals for sure.
It's just insane though. Is that Giannis?
According to our stats guy, he is probably out for the Eastern Conference Finals. But he should be back for the championships.
It's nuts, though. He went 42 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. And I know they only won by 2, but, it's just something about it, man. Giannis having, just another unstoppable performance. And then the Bucks had a 34-point third quarter, and that kind of gave it away. I know Boston made a really heavy push towards the end. They scored 34 in the fourth. But I don't know. I think Bucks win in 5.
I think they grab the game 5 in Boston.
So
to 6.
I will say this though, I feel really good about Heat in 6. I feel a lot better about that. I do think Philly will win tonight. Close, but I have a feeling though. It just takes some adjustments. I do think the Heat will steal away from this one, but I'm not looking forward to that Bucks series because Bam and Giannis are just going to go at each other nonstop for, I think, 7 games. I think it's going to be a 7-game series.
Bam loses that matchup.
I know. Well, Bam is a great defensive player, but Giannis is just, I think he is just too athletic for him. It feels like DeAndre Ayton or I even think Jokic, I think Bam could handle, but Giannis is just so athletic that I think it just counteracts Bam.
The only way the Heat beat the Bucks in a 7-game series is you got to at least 2 or 3 games get Giannis in foul trouble because the way you beat the Bucks is just taking Giannis completely out of the game. If he's sitting on the bench, you actually have a chance.
I would say we need, or are snipers to hit. Like I'm talking Tyler Hero needs to come off the bench, 6th man of the year, hit a couple threes. Duncan Robinson needs to go out and does what he does. And then Kyle Lowry being coming back healthy. And I just think we need it's a full performance team wise that we need. I will say this though, I feel really, really good about my Warriors to the finals right now because, dude, they're
insane.
142 points last night. I know the Grizz
Didn't
scored.
Steph drop 62?
I mean, it's.
Let me look.
Wait, Steph didn't drop 62.
No, he dropped like 30. Didn't he?
He dropped 30.
Yeah.
Ja's out.
Ja dropped 34, and then there was. I kind of want to touch on this. I don't know if y'all saw the Bush League of the Warriors player pulling Ja's knee.
Yeah, I saw that. Just Jordan Poole that did that.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell was that?
I think, this series has gotten kind of dirty already.
Yeah.
It's very physical.
Draymond.
Obviously, any series with Draymond Green is going to be physical like this.
Yeah.
But, you going after a player's knee like that, especially the guy's star player, it's not a great look, but also that's a play that's happening 1,000 miles an hour. He, could have been reaching for the ball, hesitated, and then didn't want to grab a foul. So he pulled his hand back and just grabbed his knee. You can tell that he didn't hold on to it. It just dragged it a little bit. It's a bad look.
Yeah.
But I don't think
that's not why he got injured. If you watch the play further, one of the Warriors players' knee makes contact with the inside of the knee that Ja injured, and that can cause MCL strain, which is what he is out with right now. So,
so has he been ruled out for the next game?
He is out for the next game at least.
Which is not good because it's, again, in Oracle. And then that'll have Golden State going up 3-1, heading back to Memphis with coming possibly Ja maybe playing. I'm hoping he does. But, Golden State has just put it all together now.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why I picked them before the playoffs started, because I said if they got healthy and they put it all together, no one's stopping this team offensively.
Jordan Poole is
I didn't believe
out of nowhere.
Well, I just think top to bottom healthy, I think they're a better team than the Suns. And Dallas is giving Phoenix a run for its money right now. I thought New Orleans was just a good defensive and offensive team, and they were young. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they're not ready yet. And I thought maybe Dallas would be I don't know. Luka's pretty great, but I didn't think he'd be able to. They're beating down the Suns right now, 97-83. I didn't see this coming. This game's tied now, or looking to be tied. There's still 5.5 minutes left, but they're up 11.
The series is looking to be tied.
It's looking to go game 5, best out of 3, heading back to Phoenix. And I'm just Damon.
And what's crazy is the Suns is a very, very good team, as we saw last year and even in the regular season this year.
Yeah.
But how much wear and tear is going to be going on this team? Pelicans took them to 6. The Mavericks are at the very least now taking them to 6, probably 7. And then you got to go up against probably the Warriors, who you're absolutely going to be a 5, 6, 7 game series. More than likely it will go 6 and 7. So you got to start thinking about the wear and tear on Chris Paul playing all these games back to back to back to back to back. Obviously not back to back, but just a very short break in between each game.
Plus Devin Booker's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
And the 1 seed, they get that beneficiary of getting the easy teams. Maybe they get the sweep early and they get to rest players. That's a huge advantage for the 1 seed, and they're just not able to get that this year.
Yeah. And look, New Orleans took them to 6 games. Could have been 7 if Chris Paul didn't shoot the lights out the last game. I don't know. I was one of those people who didn't really take Phoenix that year. I thought last year everything kind of fell in their lap for them to do it because Giannis was coming off an injury. They had a 2-0 lead. And then, Bond called it. Bond called it, Bucks in 6.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. The playoffs is great. He played tonight. I think I got Philly, unfortunately, taking this. I know the line is Philly -2. Look, if the Heat win, I'm not going to be disappointed. I just think in Philly right now, I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup.
Is Embiid officially back? He's playing
He's
tonight?
back. Yeah, he's got the mask. Jimmy Butler saying, and this is our one F-bomb of the show, saying "fuck your mask," which I thought was hilarious.
Well, yeah, because Embiid tweeted or made an Instagram post. I was like, nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask, and then he was.
It's a great tweet, though.
Jimmy Butler quoted it with that. So
that's a great.
I love Jimmy Butler. You love to hate him. Like if he's not on your team, you're probably just like, dude, this.
I really don't.
I respect the hell out of him. His energy on the court is phenomenal. His energy off the court's even better.
Yeah. All right. So tomorrow night, Monday, Celtics at Bucks again, Game 4. Do y'all
have what?
I was gonna say, who do y'all have in that one? I got Milwaukee. I think. I just think it's I just think it's too much, man. I think in Milwaukee, I think it's too much for
having been in Milwaukee for the finals last year. I will say that nobody does it like a small market team when you're doing well.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Because they're all diehards. Like the Deer District last year was when we were there. Vinny and I had to wait for like 30 minutes just to get a beer, and he sold a PBR tall boy to somebody for $60.
Jesus. Okay, see, that's actually a really good point because like the Lakers make the finals or whatever. It's
no one cares.
I mean, no one cares because they've been there and Los Angeles, like they continue going on about their business as usual. But like team like Milwaukee or like Milwaukee, like the whole city shuts down for the finals.
100%. Like
look at the small market teams like in the playoffs right now. It's Phoenix, it's Milwaukee. I don't Miami's definitely not a small market team.
No, Memphis.
Dallas. I don't know. Dallas has been to the finals and they've won a finals, and Dallas is.
It was also over 10 years ago, and they really haven't sniffed it since. To be fair,
I mean, but still, I mean, I don't. I guess you can consider Dallas like I would say. Okay, Dallas is medium market. How about that? Can we?
Yeah, it's not small.
And then Memphis is a small market team too. So it's like you have Golden State. And then you have the Celtics and you have Miami are the big market teams. In Philly. Philly's a big market team. It just seems like, like they expect to be here. The fans are kind of I will say Philadelphia, like sports fans are insane. Like they are very passionate. But it's like
crazy.
The best and worst fans in sports.
Who?
Philly, the best and worst fans in sports.
I would say so. They're up there. They have to be on like both, like a top 5 worst and best list. Like they're probably number 1.
They're number 1 on both. Yeah,
probably. But I love seeing like the Grizz like getting into it this year. I love seeing the Bucks fans. Suns fans are becoming very annoying. I will say this because like you get like that new fun team that comes out there, and then you get all the bandwagon people on it or the young fans who didn't have a team. And then they just get like very toxic. Like the Suns are becoming that team now.
100%.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I think if the Heat or the Bucks make the finals, I think we might have to do an aux cord at the NBA finals. Kind of like
if the Bucks make the finals, I will be in Milwaukee for Game 6.
I might, Bon, if they go, I might try and join you.
The Bucks? What if the Heat go? I mean, you got to go then, right?
Dude, Miami tickets for the finals are they cost more than my car. Like, dude,
we don't have to go to the game. We just got to be.
No, I want to go to a game. Like, I want to go to a game.
Well, Bon, as long as you don't fall asleep this time, I think we should be good.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. I would be like, hey, maybe we could try and like write it off, but like, I'm not getting a ticket to the finals for Bon to fall asleep in the middle.
Look, Cruz. All I'm saying is, I would have never fallen asleep if I would able to.
Well, you were invited, and you didn't go because.
All right, look. I'm gonna put this on the record right now.
Okay.
You can't give me 8 free prime rib sandwiches.
No one told you to
have some self-control, Bon.
I was hammered and they were delicious.
Okay, so hold on. So like let me explain. So I got invited to go to the Anheuser-Busch terrace party right outside the Superdome and the Smoothie King Center. And me and Bon I just got done working the Barstool Sports show at Walk-Ons, which, by the way, shout out Walk-Ons. Super, super great place. but they were just like handing out high noons. I was working, so like I didn't really drink. I think I was sipping a seltzer, like
You had me buy you one.
and I don't even think I finished it. And then I didn't realize Bon had continued to keep going for 2.5 hours.
Well, what was I supposed to do? I was standing there holding the bag.
I don't know. And then like you met Portnoy, and I was just like, you were as drunk as I think I've ever seen you.
Hey, Bon, do you remember meeting him? Like actually?
Yeah. No,
so you didn't black out at all.
No, I didn't black out. I was just tired. It was a long weekend, man.
So he met Portnoy. He got Big Cat to sign his hat.
And then it got stolen.
It did. So our bag got stolen, which sucked. With our microphone, and it sucked. Well, I'm just glad like my wallet or my phone wasn't in it. And then if we go to this terrace rooftop party, which by the way, none of us should have been at. Like at all. It was.
Oh no, I was completely underdressed for that.
Their silent auction. I think the cheapest thing went for like a couple grand. Like it was like, but it was so cool. But like we were like drinking, we were eating. I met Trey Wingo from ESPN there. Like awesome time. And then we go to the game, and it's me, Bon, Mincy, and Kaylee, and we split up with Mincy. And then all of a sudden we sit down, and all of a sudden I just look over and I just see Bon with his eyes down, and I'm just like, what are you doing? It is Kansas UNC in a national championship game in New Orleans. And
it wasn't just like that for like 10 minutes, right? That was like
the entire first half. The entire first half.
Hey, I woke up for the important part of the game, which is the
important part of the game is like the entire part of the game.
Clearly not.
You are the first person I've ever met. You're the first person I've ever met that has slept that long in a sporting event.
And it's like so loud. I don't know how you did that.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't quiet at all because like UNC was like hitting threes after threes, right. And we were sitting in a UNC section, and it was so loud where it's like I don't know how he's doing. I can't tell if he's faking it or not.
I thought you were faking it for a little bit.
I was 100%.
Like, oh, that's fake. There's no way.
I will say I would not have ever dropped that beer.
I had to like take it. I was just worried like you were going to spill it all over your phone or the kid next to you because there was literally a 12-year-old sitting next to you, a child, and sitting beside you and in front of you. So I was, for your safety and the kid's safety, I took the drink out of your hand.
And Bond, let it be known that like we're not making fun of you. Honestly, I'm genuinely impressed that you were able to
make fun of me all you want.
And then this psychopath wanted to go out afterwards.
Yeah, you're
also wanted to continue drinking when we got back to the loft.
No way.
And he had to drive home the next day. So it was just like one of those things.
Hey, the drive home was fine. I almost hit a dog. Should have probably stopped and taken it to Meridian, which was the city outside. And by the time I was like, oh shit, I almost just hit a dog. And then was like, oh, maybe I should stop and get it off the highway. I was like 10 minutes down the road, and I'm like, well, no telling where it's at now.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
that was the only eventful part of that drive was a dog in the middle of the highway, and I'm like, what is that? I thought it was a deer at first because it was like a medium-sized brown dog. Oh. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to hit a deer. Nope, dog.
Well, we're a dog-friendly podcast, so if you would have hit that dog, we would have unfortunately.
Oh, I would have honestly, I would have called my therapist.
Oh yeah. All right, so wait, I gotta ask, Nick, have you ever dozed off at a sporting event?
Never once, ever.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, like, I went to the University of Alabama for 4 years. I went, and obviously you drink heavily before you go into the game. I've never been so drunk that I passed out at a sporting event ever.
I wasn't even that drunk. Like, I woke up and I was.
You weren't sober.
I wasn't sober, but I could have driven.
I was.
Sir.
Dog, I was. I woke up.
Bond, do we need to check the tape on what you were sending in the group chat that day?
That day, yeah, sure. But after I fell asleep and woke up.
We started on Bourbon Street at 1 o'clock interviewing people. The game was at 8:30.
Yeah.
And we went and got Hurricanes right after we got done interviewing people. And then we went the walk-ons where you continuously pounded drinks.
Okay, no. We'll do the math here. We had one drink while we were interviewing people on bourbon.
We did. We had the big frozen drink. We had a big frozen drink.
Okay, so we went to that bar to meet your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I had one there.
Yep.
Had that big frozen drink. Had one hurricane.
Yep.
And then we go to walk-ons. I spent $20 on high noons so 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's 7 drinks. And at the Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch party, I had 1 Bud Light, and then I had half a beer at the game. So that's 9 drinks in 8 hours.
But I want you to know that you were also on Bourbon Street where the drinks are stronger, where it's like those hurricanes are
I was
like.
going to say the hurricane would kill.
Okay. So we'll call it 12 drinks in 7.5 hours before I fell asleep.
And how much food did you have that day?
Those 8 prime rib sandwiches.
Okay, fine. Well, I will say I've gotten sleepy at a game, but I've never passed out. I think
the fact that I think we should call it a win that we didn't have to take you to the hospital. I think that's like the win.
No, I was nowhere near that. Trust me.
No,
I've been to the hospital.
He wasn't that bad. He was just like, I was just surprised, like genuinely surprised he didn't leave the game to go home. Like I really am. I thought he was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah. Wow. Fair play to you, Bon. You just shut it down for about an hour and then you came back alive. So
quick little power nap.
Fair enough. All right. So I swear, yeah, that was a first for me. I've never seen that. over under. Nick, how long do you think he was asleep for? Over under.
If I had to sleep at a sporting event, how long could I stay asleep for?
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking a national championship or golf?
National championship.
Okay, national championship game. If I dozed off, it would be for like 2 minutes because I'm such a light sleeper. Like somebody would hit a 3 and I would immediately get jolted away.
I would say, so over under 10 minutes. You say under?
Oh, under, way under. Way under.
Bon went straight like half hour.
No, it was like an hour and a half because it was a whole half.
No, it was like the episode. It was like the length of an episode of How I Met Your Mother. It was like that. Yeah. So, but speaking of over-unders, it's time to go into our next segment. Sponsored by the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Don't miss out on all the action this week on DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use promo code BOOT. That's BOOT and sign up. Bet $5 on golf's second major and get $100 in free bets. No matter what, that code is BOOT, BOOT at DraftKings Sportsbook app. Must be 18 or older and then 21 and older in certain states. And boom, there we go. There's the ad read. Yeah, there you go. Get better.
Good.
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly. That's right. Don't let your friends be degenerates like us. Even though we're not degenerates, guys. We actually had a pretty decent week betting.
No, we did okay.
You're bad.
We did okay. Mac, in fact, had your back this week.
He did.
We had a couple of slides, but I think we had at least one sweep day today or this week, right?
Yeah. I think so. I thought
we had two. We had that baseball 3-leg parlay and then the hockey 2-leg parlay.
That's right. Yeah.
I feel like we did pretty well this week. Mac's been doing pretty well. It's nice being sponsored by this app because everyone can play and win some good money.
Win some free money.
Win some free money at this point. Honestly, like Mac won me some money and I love it. So I'm all for it. By the way, shout out to Mac graduating from the University of Alabama this week. Huge props. That's why he's not on the show today. But we're proud of him. Also, want to give a happy 21st birthday to our behind the scenes man, Wyatt.
We had a lot happen this week, guys.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah, happy birthday. How's it
Thank
feel?
you.
21?
I woke up with a headache and my stomach hurts. That's about the only thing that's different.
That's because you were drinking Malibu, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to read
That's true.
I wanted to read the text that Wyatt did. He said, "Guys, I've discovered that I liked Malibu." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's adorable." Because I will say this. Malibu is delicious.
It is great, but it
was, and that was the mistake I made.
I hate coconut. I do not like it.
You do not like coconut? I don't understand.
I don't know. I just don't like it.
I don't understand that. Okay, so Wyatt, say this the next time I see you. I will buy you your first legal Irish Cardinal industry. But how was your first day of being, 21?
It was good. It was fun. I did nothing all day but sit around and watch Avengers. So,
Oh yeah,
Great day.
Okay, there you go. Oh,
So
by the
what
way-
was your first
beautiful
drink?
day.
What was your first drink?
Yeah.
The big Yeti cups?
Yeah.
I filled that with Malibu.
Just straight Malibu?
Right?
Straight Malibu.
That's why your head hurts.
What is wrong with you? No wonder you had a headache. Oh my
I had
God.
4 of those.
Oh my god!
Yep.
My stomach hurts.
You
from
drank more
hearing
than I did, and I went through
I-
one of a handle.
Wait,
last night. So
Ron,
last
bring
night.
up the handle that you just had. Just show that really quick.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
I went through
I went through that.
I went
And
through,
Wyatt
like,
comes
this
in and
much
he's
of it
like, "Oh my
last night."
God, Bon, you psycho! Wyatt, you did much worse than that."
I will
That's
say
horrible.
last night I drank the 4. I dove headfirst into my pool, and I remember waking up in my bed.
You sure you didn't get like CTE or something?
No, I don't.
Well, when I teleported to my bed, I got CTE. I had internal bleeding in my brain.
Oh my!
I'm
gosh.
just
Who
amazed.
is we hired here? Cruz?
I don't know. I thought
think
he was going to be like the responsible one who didn't get in trouble or didn't do this, but I'm going to have to watch you at the live show.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have to watch me.
All right, so that's concerning, but happy birthday.
Thank you.
Your fiance's problem. Are you drinking again?
No,
Is
it's
that
Sprite.
Malibu?
It's Sprite. It's
Okay,
Sprite.
well, anytime
It's
I
Sprite.
see anything clear, I'm gonna assume it's Malibu at this point.
It is Sprite.
Okay.
Okay, so Wyatt,
I've
while
been
we have you
sipping on
here, while we
Sprite
have you
all
here,
day.
what's your thoughts on the Heat? Are you saying Heat and 6?
Heat and 5.
Heat and 5.
Five.
Okay.
Okay.
Heat and 5.
That is y'all saying it is.
As
Heat and
I was
five.
gonna say, the Bucks have Bucks and 6. The Miami is Heat and 5.
I mean, I'm not against it. I want Miami to win. Obviously, I'm just going off.
We did it. We did it to Atlanta. This is the same
It's
exact.
not Atlanta.
I know, I know,
Not
I know, I know.
serious.
But I'm saying this is the same exact path we hit with Atlanta.
Okay.
Smoke game 1 and 2, drop game 3, won game 4.
I
and 5.
will also say, Philly has not impressed me at all this playoff.
They haven't.
So
They caught
I
us
can
on a
I
bad
can
night.
I can realistically see y'all in 5.
Yeah. I mean,
Duncan also
Even with
hasn't
Embiid
played
back,
this
with
series.
with the mask, he's going to be playing more cautious, trying
Yeah.
not to fracture his other eye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see y'all in 5.
Duncan also hasn't played, and he's good for 27 when he's hot. So
That is true.
Duncan has played. I saw a stat. You all paid him like what, 90 million or something.
90 million was the contract.
Not
And
a year,
he
though.
played 1 minute all postseason.
No, not all postseason. He played because he dropped 27 in game 1 against the
Yeah.
Hawks.
Okay, since then
It's
he's
this
played
series.
like,
It's this series. He's played
this
1
series he's
minute.
played 1 minute.
Is
Give
he
it
hurt?
time.
Is he hurt? No.
He's just not playing.
He's just not playing.
Max Strus is a better defender,
Yeah.
and so we decided to go with him.
Dude, I don't want to see Duncan Robinson on James Harden at all. I
Exactly.
don't want to see that matchup.
This Duncan Robinson, I love him to death. I love Duncan Robinson, but he is either good for 8 of 9 from 3 or 0 points and 4 fouls. 0 in between. That is it with Duncan Robinson.
All right, so Wyatt, I have to ask, since it's your birthday, do you want to read off this week's bets?
I'm gonna pass on it this week.
Oh,
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna pass. I'm sorry.
all right.
I'm gonna go back to drinking my Sprite.
That is totally Malibu and not Sprite.
Hey,
God,
cheers, brother.
Jesus.
You guys
Right,
are freaking crazy, man. Cruz,
So-
were we like this? Were we genuinely?
Yes.
Were we like this? In
We were
college?
100% were.
Okay, I don't remember it. So
My-
I
Fun story. My 21st birthday at the University of Alabama was on bid day.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
if we're
like,
talking 21st birthday stories, I got
So-
one after you.
I just want to give this. So it was my 21st birthday. It was bid day, Nick. And started at the house. The pledges sang me happy birthday, and it kind of went downhill from there. I the next thing I know, I ended up having the pi from Pi Phi and the Z from Zeta signs on my back, and I took them to Galette's with me,
God.
and I had to give those back eventually. And yeah, so it was a pretty fun day, and I don't really remember too much about it, but I just remember it being a good time.
Well,
I think I have the
didn't go to jail. We're good.
I've never been
birthday
arrested.
story.
Say, there's no mugshot of Cruz Oxenrider.
I think I have the 21st birthday story to top all 21st birthday stories.
All right, so hold on. Before you do that, I want that to be in a TikTok before we do that.
Okay, we'll
save
it.
So save it. All right, so it is Mother's Day, and I thought it'd be really fun to acknowledge moms in sports. So I was thinking we could each give our top sports mom, whether it be in real life or a movie or a TV show. Who is the best sports mom out there? And Bond beat me to it because he said it immediately. Like, he called dibs before I think the sentence even finished. Bond, you gotta tell me who's your go-to sports mom.
Oh, easily Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side, dog. She's a smoke and she's a great person. What more can you want from that? Absolutely would. 100%.
Do you even know
Zero beers?
Do you know her name?
I remember it. What is it?
Leanne Tui.
Yeah. He got it. I just want to know.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, who's your sports mom?
Mine is Mama Terry from University of Alabama. Man, she's helped build that program just as much as Nick Saban being there, and like every player that graduates from the University of Alabama, they all call her Mama Terry. There's a reason for that. She's and I mean, let's be honest. Like, Nick Saban is a workaholic, right? The dude never slows down. You got to have someone that's just as much like into sports as
committed
he is to be with them through all of that. To go 40 years they've been married. Mama Terry,
she's phenomenal.
She's the nicest lady I've ever met. She's up there. She is the first lady of Alabama.
Absolutely.
I will say this. I went back and forth, and I didn't know if I should go real or fake. So if I was going to go real, I would have gone Serena Williams being pregnant and winning a tennis tournament while being pregnant.
That is actually
But I had to go with Tammy Taylor from Friday Night Lights.
Oh, great.
Dude, the queen.
Yes.
There's no Coach Eric Taylor without
also
Tammy
a
Taylor.
smoke show.
Also a smoke show. And
speaking of, I want to give an honorable mention to Aiden Hutchinson's mom.
Yes. That's a great Aiden Hutchinson's mom is a smoke show too. 100%.
She is. And she's birthed the freaking monster of a defensive lineman. So, but yeah, Tammy Taylor is up there for me because not only is she a football mom and a sports mom, but she's a bad bitch. She is.
Facts.
All right, Wyatt, I'm bringing you on. Who is your go-to sports mom?
Sports mom is, I don't know her name off the top of my head, but Tyler Hero's baby mama. Because
baby mama?
The amount of trust she has to have in that man to not cheat on her in Miami.
Honestly, this is making a lot of sense to me right now. This is making a lot of sense to me.
Also, smoke show.
Wait, I need a picture.
Jack Harlow makes us talk about
literally
you live in Miami.
Tyler Hero is Jack Harlow if he was good at basketball.
Oh my god!
So the fact that she has that much, the fact that she has that much trust in him in Miami, this dude could walk into any club and get anyone he wanted at the age of 19.
That's facts.
And he is still with her. She is still with him. She has birthed his child. Tyler Hero's baby mama, MVP.
Bro,
yeah, she's hot.
Wyatt turns 21 and just gets like very bold with his backs and his take.
Cheers, brother.
Bro, he made fun of me. Dude, he made fun of me yesterday. So I went to a barber shop for the first time. And
this is your first haircut ever?
Well, I went to a barber shop where I was the only white guy there.
What part of town?
What part of town?
But I went in there and it was great. But Wyatt just like roasted me about.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
On Friday we had class pictures.
I forgot about that.
And Nick said some thing in our group chat that I was like, all right, you know what? Drip check. And I sent a picture of me in like a full suit with black undershirt, no tie. And Wyatt just chimes in, what's up with your hair?
And I'm just like, damn. Well, and then a while was like, yeah, it's about time you finally got a haircut. I'm like, shit, dude. I'm like, interns getting bold right now. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, gone are the days of the yes sir Wyatt. Yes sir. Now it's just making fun of us the whole time.
All right.
Oh man.
All right, Action Bronson. I'm gonna send you back to your hole. Jesus.
That shit, man. That legitimately made me laugh. Whenever you put that picture, Bon,
that
and he said, "What's wrong with your hair?" I laughed,
and it looks like it always does.
You ever seen the movie where Cameron? No, it's like
before that. He just came over the top with that.
It's like when Cameron Diaz like has her hair slicked back in what is it? Something or Long K Mary or something like that. This is slicked all the way back. This is what it kind of what it looks like.
Oh man,
no, it did not. It looks like I didn't do it today, so that's
okay.
Hence the hat.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I did wake up half an hour before the show.
Oh my! We're recording at 4:45, by the way.
Yes, yes, that's where we're at. So. I figure we end the show on this. I figure we're all kind of superstitious people, especially when it comes to sports. I know us being Alabama fans, very. So I figured since everyone else has these superstitions and they're either too embarrassed to admit them or they're lying when they say they don't have one because everyone has one. What's your sports superstition? Nick, you want to start?
Give me a second to think of mine. I'll need to think about it. So I'm gonna defer. Bon, what's yours?
I also need a second.
Okay, Cruz, go. I gotta think about mine for a second.
Okay, so I have two. I've got two. So my first one is I never bet on my own teams.
I also do that.
I don't do that. I think it's bad luck. So I never bet on Alabama. And I never bet on the Saints. I don't bet on the Heat. I will suggest if you should. So it's like I would take Saints money line or Alabama over under. That's it. I will suggest it, but I'll never physically do it. I just think it's bad juju. The other one is I have to on game days. I wake up and I immediately put on. If I have a jersey that loses, I no longer wear that jersey the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So like the Mac Jones jersey from 2020, that has not lost a game. And I didn't wear it at all last year. And that's kind of my fault. And
so we can officially blame you for last year then.
You can blame me and Bill O'Brien's play calling in the red zone and Pete Golden's defensive struggle again in the first half against A&M.
Yeah, that's fair.
So and turf. You can blame turf for our wide receivers as well.
True.
So, Wyatt says he's got two. Let's bring him back on.
So those are my two. Time. So I'm bringing back. I gotta find a new Christopher Mobley shirt this year, and I'm gonna wear that, and I'll wear it every week. Wyatt, let me hear it. What are yours?
All right. So both of these involve my fiance.
Okay.
The first Alabama game she and I ever watched together was Alabama LSU in 2019.
Brutal.
Oh. So
I cried at the end of that one.
This is really superstitious. We will not sit on the couch when Alabama is playing. We will sit in the chairs. We will stand up. She can sit on the couch or I can sit on the couch. Both of us are not sitting on the couch.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I like that.
And then the second game, we decided, okay, let's erase the bad juju around the house. Let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch this ball game here.
So you paid for overpriced chicken nuggets?
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it, though. We went with some friends of mine. This is the second game I've ever watched with her. And I told her before we started this, I said, look, I promise you I'm not normally as bad as that game was. That was the Mississippi State game that Tua dislocated his hip. The second it happened, I've suffered that injury. Like, I know how bad that injury is.
Yeah.
I was watching the TV. I watched him get tackled, and I used more F-bombs than I think I ever have in a public place. I looked at her
We
and
already
I
used
said,
our one for the show, so don't use it.
I know that's why I said that. That's why I said it like that.
Shout out Maker's Mark.
And so I looked at her and I said, "We're getting the check. I'm taking you to campus and I'm going home. I'll call you in the morning."
Oh man.
So now
We
I
ended up
won't watch,
winning
I
that
won't
game
watch.
though, so it's not like you can't go to Buffalo Wild Wings anymore.
Yeah,
but what if he goes to
if I want
Buffalo
Bryce
Wild
Young
Wings
to shatter
and
his
someone gets
hip,
hurt?
I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Fair.
Yeah, but what if he goes to Buffalo Wild Wings and someone gets hurt, and then it's like, damn it, Wyatt, why'd you go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I will say, did you go to Buffalo Wild Wings for the national championship game?
I did not.
Good.
Okay.
I did not.
Where'd
I
you
learned
go?
my lesson.
Where were you?
I don't remember. I
What
think
do
I
you
was
mean
on
you don't
campus.
remember? You better remember.
I think I was on
because you better
campus.
not be there anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I was on our campus. So
I will say that
I will be graduated by the next time Alabama plays in a national championship.
Good.
to be fair, I
By
was
January.
there, so could have been my fault.
Yeah, you're never allowed to go to the national championship again.
But
You
that's
know
the
that.
first national championship game I've attended that we've lost. So
So don't go to Lucas.
What's
Oil.
your what, 3-1? Are you 3-1 or 2-1?
no, I am one LSU, Notre Dame, Clemson. Yeah, I'm 3-1.
I thought we
Okay.
talked about this. I think you're
Yeah,
3-1.
I'm 3-1 because I didn't go to second and 26, and obviously I couldn't go to 2020.
God, I wish I was at that second and 26 game.
I do have an honorable mention. Speaking of national championships, if my team wins a championship, I will not wear that merch during the regular season. It has to be postseason that I will wear national champions merch or Super Bowl or postseason champions merch.
That's an interesting one.
See, I'm not. I want to rub it in everyone's faces. So like,
Yeah.
Oh, I wear it all off season. I'll wear it even, the Friday before the first game.
okay.
But the game day hits, that shirt is not worn again until the postseason.
Fair enough.
All right. Nick,
I got two of them, and they're kind of very similar to what's already been said. But my first one is I don't take the futures bet of Alabama. Like every year, we're about to have a crazy. Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, like it's like 5 or 6 to 1, right? It's like good odds for a national championship. So, but I bet it in 2015, right? When it was Jalen's year, or is that?
that's
am I thinking that
2016.
wrong? Okay, the one where Jalen took us all the way down, and then Hunter Renfrow. That
2016.
championship.
Yeah.
Bet it that year, didn't win it, and then also bet it in 2018 when we lost as well with Tua against Clemson. So both of those, and then I swore off betting futures on Alabama. I just don't do it anymore. And then my second one is kind of gross, and I hope I don't get canceled over it. But the 2020 season, I wore the same polo every single week that we played because, like, it was just one of those. I just wore it every single week, and I never washed it. So,
I didn't wash my Matt Jones jersey.
Yes,
and
but
no one cared about that.
To be fair, you can't. Jerseys are hard to wash.
Jerseys are hard to wash. Polo is a little bit different. And
Okay.
like by the national championship night, that thing was pretty freaking disgusting.
That was rank.
I almost said it.
I do have mine, and it only applies to Alabama.
Okay.
But I do not watch us in the national championship.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I don't watch the game.
You don't watch the
You
national
never watched
championship
You
game?
never watched a national championship game?
I watched the 2016 game and we lost. I watched the 2017 game with my girlfriend, and Georgia took us to overtime. And when overtime started, my girlfriend was like, "Let's go back to your bedroom." And then Tua hit second at 26. And after that, I'm like, "Yep, no, done." 2020, I was at
So
Houndsditch.
Tua wasn't the only one who scored that night then.
2020.
Bond was in the touch. Bond scored a touchdown, was dancing in the end zone while Tua was throwing the ball, man. Damn.
2020, I was at Houndstooth, but I did not watch the game.
So
we
you
won.
didn't watch it like at all? You didn't know
Nope.
what was happening?
I have I'll get score updates, like I'll check Twitter.
Sure, like that's a
But
little bit different, but you don't watch it live at all.
No, I don't.
You
I don't
go
watch.
back and watch like replays.
Yeah, I'll watch
Okay.
like highlights or whatever. And then last year we're in Georgia, in Indy against Georgia, and Cruz knows I blacked out at like 2:00
in the afternoon,
dude.
Yes.
It was aggressive.
You introduced me to vodka Red Bull pitchers, dog. What did you expect to happen?
Whoa, no, time out. I got on, so I missed my flight on Sunday. I missed my flight because TSA was 2.5 hours long, and I missed my flight by 5 minutes. And I fly in to Indy first thing Monday morning. I get off the airplane. It's 6 degrees, and I take an Uber and I go to the closest hotel by the bar. And I told the hotel people, I was like, hey, I'm staying here, but my friends aren't here yet. Can I just leave my bag at the front desk? So they hold it for me the entire day while I was out drinking at the bar. By the way, I have a travel hack for anybody who doesn't know to do that. And they'll just put like a tag on it, and I came back and got it after the game. I get in there. I waited 30 minutes in line at 6-degree weather. Come in. This man, Bond, and one of our friends, Riley, are sitting with a group of old people who I don't think they've ever met before. And
they just asked if they could sit with us. So
and then they like Nick pitch like a pitcher of vodka Red Bulls, flavored Red Bull,
blueberry vodka Red Bull.
It was $13. It was $13 for a pitcher.
Oh, that's dangerous, dude.
I had 2, and I was like, okay, I'm good the rest of the day. Bond, at that point, I think it was on like 4.
No, I had 2.
Bond had a pitcher to himself with a straw.
Okay.
They were there like 2 hours before me. So
here's the recap. We were not there 2 hours before you. We got there at open at 11, and you showed up at like noon.
1, because my flight landed at noon.
Okay, maybe we were there for 2 hours. But so Riley and I open up. He gets like a whiskey Coke or something, and I get a vodka Sprite and green tea shots for both of us. And I
never want to go out with Bond ever again. Oh my god!
I'm going out with Bond.
I'm milking this vodka Sprite, and these locals come and ask to sit with us because we had a table of like 8 because we were expecting y'all to get there sooner. And we're like, yeah, sure, go for it. And this one guy orders a pitcher of blueberry flavored vodka Red Bull.
That is so intense, dude.
God. Dude's like 60.
Yeah.
Did he die? He had a heart attack that night.
No, he killed that shit. I asked him, I'm like, can I try it? And he's like, yeah, go for it. I tried it. I'm like,
oh no.
And it's game over. So then Riley and I both got a pitcher. I think I might have had 2, but I was milking that pitcher for like, the guy came inside with us at 11:30, and I was probably milking that first pitcher until Cruz got there at 1.
Okay, so Riley, obviously our friend Riley from Gump Twitter, right? Like that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Riley O'Brien.
He's like kind of a big guy. How did he handle it?
Did he
black out too?
Oh, he was gone.
But then we went to the Bama
he
bar.
went to the game. I don't know if the lights were.
So we went to the Bama bar by it called Howl at the Moon, and we met like everyone was there. It was so
Roach
much
was
fun.
there.
And then Bond decided to walk away from me, and I didn't see him for a while. And then I ended up getting free tickets to the game, and I had 3 extra tickets. Didn't see Bond anywhere. Bond didn't say, "Hey,
I was on stage dancing to ABBA, dog."
And you missed out on a free national championship ticket, which you probably would have fell asleep at again.
Okay. So after, long story short, I black out at like 2. We go to, they have the like Taco Bell sponsored show in some courtyard, and my friend Lauren, who I was with, was like, I want to go to this, and I'm like, okay, let's go. I ran into my buddy Nick, and Lauren was going to get food, and she trusted Nick to watch me. And we were watching I don't know who was performing, but someone was. And all of a sudden, Nick turns around, and I'm just gone. Like, he doesn't know where I am. And Lauren comes back, and it's like, where's Bond? And lo and behold, I'm in line getting another drink. Naturally. But then I go home, and I sleep, or I go back to the apartment at like 7, or the hotel at 7, and wake up for the 4th quarter where we blow our lead.
So it's your fault that we lost.
Yes, because I watched the game.
God. All right, so hear me out. If Bond watches an Alabama football game, especially the national championship
No,
game,
no, only the
It's
national
only
championship
natty.
game.
It's only natties.
okay. So if Bond is watching the
So
national
basically,
championship game, put him
yeah,
out.
we're going to be doing a live stream during the championship game this year because Alabama obviously is going to make it. And
No, dude, I'll be
basically,
out
it's just
that
going to be Bond taped to a chair and blindfolded, and it's just that's it. That's going to be the stream, and we're going to win 55-0 because of that.
I will say one of the playoff games is in Atlanta this year, so we should.
I will also
We
say
should go.
It's New Year's Eve.
The reason that this tradition started is because the second year we lost at Clemson. I did watch that game in its entirety.
Oh, the one where we lost 44-16 or whatever.
Yeah, where we got blown out, and I was like, no,
you are 100% not allowed to watch.
I am never watching an Alabama championship game live again.
You know what the worst part about that game is that we were actually winning in the second quarter, and he proceeded to just die. Oh my God, that was the Justin Ross game. Justin Ross and Trevor Lawrence went off against us, and then never lived up to it ever again. Even though Justin Ross did get picked up by the Chiefs, and I thought he was going to go in the second or third round, like a lot of people did. But he broke his neck, which is insane. But he's
broke his neck.
Yeah, he had a serious spinal cord neck injury.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then he just, because his freshman year, he just made Savion Smith his son.
Yeah.
And then it was just all downhill from there. And then
Savion Smith probably going down as the worst defensive back under Nick Saban ever. He's that bad.
No. Do you think he's the worst?
It's up there, dude. He's definitely top 3.
What about Job?
Job. No,
he had good. He
was
had
okay.
2020. He did not have a good 2021.
He didn't. No, he did. But Savion Smith got burned by everybody that year. I mean, it was like an ongoing joke. It was like an Eli Apple joke. How bad he was. That's how rough his career that year, especially.
Eli Apple Twitter was the best Twitter. All right, so I'm gonna go spend some time with our moms, and I'm thirsty and hungry, and I think I have an old fashioned calling my name. But thank you guys, appreciate it. Like I said, Mondays, new episode day. We're gonna start doing 2 episodes a week during football season. We're really excited. Next week, NFL schedule comes out. Really pumped about that. Your boy is going to London, so
unreal
for the Saints game. So possibly Oxford across the pond. I don't know.
Would love to see it.
I don't know. Nick, Falcons are playing in London. You should go.
I don't think I can drag myself across the pond in order to watch that.
That's what, like a $1,500 trip.
To go watch the Falcons lose to whoever we play. That'd be tough.
So the tickets to the game aren't bad. It's
the airfare,
but it's getting there. That's the thing. Yeah.
And so, but I've never been to London, and it's on the bucket list, and I've always wanted to go to an overseas game. So, I'm gonna make it happen. So, but that's going to do it for this week. You can find me online at The Real Cruzox on Instagram, Twitter. Huge shout out to Boot Crew Media. Make sure you follow them on all social networks as well, including YouTube. And, of course, always shout out to Maker's Mark and DraftKings Sportsbook app.
There you go. Just go
and
follow.
I love you, Mom. What? And I love you, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Shout out all the moms out there. And drop a follow at nperkins96 on Twitter. Lots of really fun activity on that on my page this week, and go follow at the Oxcord Pod on Twitter too. We actually have one that is blowing up right now that is currently freezing my phone every time I look at it. So it's kind of annoying.
My phone's been getting blown up all day.
So I've honestly getting to the point now where I might just log out of that account. It's really freaking annoying. But anyways, appreciate you guys doing that because it's great. We love it. So.
Absolutely.
So continue to freeze my phone. I find it hilarious. Bond, what you got?
I know my mother's watching, so happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you.
Well, that's
also,
so nice.
Speaking of sports across the pond, I will be at the Bayern Munich and Man City game in Green Bay.
I'm so jealous.
In July.
That's sick.
So expect content from that because it is a night game. And me and one of my best friends from high school and my brother-in-law are going to be sloppy.
Bond will find some blueberry Red Bull vodkas.
Bro, everyone, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I will say this. If you haven't had a Celsius vodka yet, with all the flavors that they have, it's pretty good. Just saying. And they just
nobody in carries Celsius, dog. I'm so upset.
Wait, what?
Nobody in Teton carries Celsius.
Publix is a
I
Like
refuse to go
gas
to
station on the
Publix, bro.
strip has it.
It's so expensive.
yeah, but Publix usually runs like 2 for $5. Or
Okay,
like
that's not bad.
yeah.
But anyways, follow me on Twitter at @Bonsnow_. Unfortunately, the ass ratings are probably done.
No.
There's no Wide Wednesdays over the summer, so where am I going to do it?
And it's free.
I'll be at the pool all summer, so maybe we'll get some of those.
Jesus
But
Christ.
follow the Oxcord Podcast on TikTok at Oxcord Podcast, and shout out Wyatt. Happy belated birthday!
There you go. Happy birthday, Wyatt.
Oh, and of course, Wyatt. How can people find? I almost forgot about you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm just the intern.
Yeah, you are.
Follow me at FultonW_ on Twitter. And follow the Oxcord. We're trying to pass Nick in followers. That is the goal now.
Yeah, well, it's looking like it's going to happen pretty soon because it's been like 250 followers since the last week's episode. So, Wyatt, you're killing it on that, dude, for real.
You guys go follow that account. Follow Boot Crew. They are amazing to us.
And subscribe
Absolutely
to their
amazing.
YouTube.
Yes, subscribe to their YouTube.
Yes, we're getting ready for football season. Live shows coming, especially on Labor Day weekend. If you're going to be in New Orleans, going to be a live show there. So we're excited. But we love you guys. Mondays is our new episode day, and we will see you next week.